Welcome to Pillow Talks with Victor, where love lingers in words. Tonight's story is about a song. Not just any song, but the one that ties two hearts together across time. A melody that brings back memories you thought you had forgotten until the moment it plays again. The first time I heard it, we were sitting on her porch. A summer evening, cicadas humming in the background. The world softening as the day gave way to night. She pulled out an old guitar, strings slightly out of tune, and began to strum. The melody wasn't perfect. Her fingers slipped once or twice. But I remember thinking, nothing had ever sounded more complete. We sang it together that night, quietly at first, laughing at how off-key I was, then louder, until the sound spilled into the street like we were daring the world to listen. It wasn't just a song, it was ours. Every word became a promise, every note a memory we carried in our pockets like folded paper hearts. But life has a way of pulling people apart. Different schools, different cities, different plans. The song we shared stayed with me, but it became softer, like an echo you can't quite place. Years passed, the world got louder, and somewhere along the way I stopped singing it. Then, one evening, I was walking through a small cafe tucked into the corner of a quiet street. The air was heavy with coffee and conversation. And there it was, that song, playing on an old record player in the corner. The melody rushed back like a tide I didn't realize I'd been standing against. And that's when I saw her, across the room. Older, yes. A little wiser around the eyes, a little steadier in her smile. But still her. She was humming along to our song like no time had passed. We sat down together, nervous at first, words fumbling the way they always do when you're trying to catch up on years. But then, the song kept playing, and suddenly it was like the music was speaking for us. Every pause in the lyrics filled with memories we didn't have to say aloud. Every chord reminded us of who we had been and who we still were. When the song started over, she stood and reached for my hand. Right there in the middle of that small cafe, we danced. Clumsy, like we were all those years ago, but certain. The room blurred away. It was just us, swaying to the melody that had always been ours. People say songs belong to the artist who wrote them, but I think they belong to the ones who find themselves inside them. And this song, belonged to us. Not because we sang it perfectly, but because we kept carrying it, even when we didn't realize we still knew the tune. If you've ever heard a song that stopped you in your tracks, pulling you back to a moment you thought you'd lost, you'll understand this story. Love has many voices. Sometimes it speaks in words, sometimes in silence, and sometimes in a song you both remember.